Hey, what's up you guys? This is Sentai22 here. How you guys all doing? So, I was watching the new Avengers trailer, The Avengers The Age of Ultron, where Ultron makes his villainous debut, a self-aware sentient robot bent on destroying humanity. Then of course I realized that Marvel was utilizing the Disney properties by using the song from Pinocchio, There Are No Strings on Me, kind of a more darker tone, as you probably hear at the end where Ultron says, "There are no strings on me." In a way, kind of pretty much making Pinocchio and Ultron the same. But yeah, I mean, it was the trailer, kind of shows the more violent and dark nature that the movie is going to be. And that will be very interesting. I can't wait to see the movie. But it kind of also begs the question, okay? Did Disney sold the rights, Power Ranger rights to Saban because it was too violent? I mean, when Marvel got bought by Disney, they were still doing their thing. They pretty much did what they wanted. So why was it that Disney sold the Power Ranger rights back to Saban? Well, if you look back in 2001, when Saban sold pretty much the entire shows on the Saban Entertainment Library, as well as Fox Family, as well as Power Rangers. Power Rangers, by the way, was a side deal of the Fox Family buyout. When they bought the franchise, they were getting Power Rangers as well as the co-ownership from Toei, as well as the toy rights from Bandai. So as the years went by, you kind of notice the backlashes between the companies. There were some rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, don't take this as 100% fact that Disney wanted the Power Ranger toy rights to go to Hasbro, but of course, you have Bandai as well. Disney wanted to take Power Rangers in a different direction, making it an animated series, but of course, Toei didn't want it, so that was scrapped. So that was the thing there. It wasn't essentially because of the violence, it's just that Disney wanted more control of Power Rangers. They wanted to do something different. I mean, if you look at Power Rangers Wild Force, Power Rangers was going to be the last Power Rangers season. I mean, the final, like, literally, they wouldn't make any Power Rangers season after that. I mean, the title did say at the end, at the final episode of Wild Force, the end of Power Rangers. But thankfully, some guys at Disney convinced the higher-ups, namely Doug Sloan, who was working at Disney at the time, convinced the higher-ups to move the production to New Zealand. But anyway, it was just more about control, really. They wanted control of the brand more so than Toei. But, Toei, they wanted something else. They didn't want, they wanted to keep it the way it is. And that's why, if you look at the end years of Power Rangers under the Disney umbrella, you'll notice that it stopped being promoted, that the last Power Rangers Jungle Fury was going to be the last Power Rangers season under Disney, but thankfully the guys at Jetix Europe decided to fund RPM, and what turned out to be an awesome season. So for those of you who are wondering why Disney sold the franchise to Saban back, wasn't because of the violence. It was just because Disney wanted control of the brand. And of course, Toei and Bandai wouldn't let them. It was more of an obligation to air the series in its final years. I mean, they didn't air RPM on Disney's new channel, Disney XD, so they just let it air on that slot so I could let it die. And it's understandable. If you look at Marvel, I mean, they bought everything outright. But when it came to Power Rangers, they really had to cooperate with Toei and Bandai to make Power Rangers. I mean, even though Disney was in control, I mean, they still had other guys controlling Power Rangers as well. So, alright guys, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this very good vlog. If you guys want, you can answer this question. Do you think that Disney sold the rights back to Saban because of the violence, or do you think it was something else? Please let me know in the comments below. This is Sentai22, and thanks for watching.